Show us this carrot.
Yeah, so you noticed it. It's like a giant purple carrot. Or two.
Let's see. They look massive.
Yeah, there's one, and then here, hold it there.
Let's see. They're stubby guys, but they're so black and amazing. And they're purple black all the way through.
Yeah. Cool.
And what's really cool about these guys is the other ones that are blooming flowers next to them, look at how their flowers are even dark purple color.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really beautiful. Cool.
Got the new lettuce bed, and the tomatoes and the tires are loving life and growing so big. And look at how many flowers are on these guys. And even starting to get tomatoes. Hey, you've heard me say it before, but I'll say it again. Even if you guys grow a home garden, first of all, if you don't garden, you need to garden seriously now, like on a bigger scale than you already are. But even if you have a home garden, join your local community garden. They're great to support. I feel like it's one of the best ways for neighbors and community to get together. And even us being a very remote property out here, the temperate rainforest Canadian wilderness, a lot of the locals that have their own homesteads and their own gardens, they still come together and they have a really cute, beautiful community garden here on the ocean. And so Nicole and I like to have a couple plots and make the donation to the community garden, keep it going. It's just a great program to do in your local neighborhood. So fruit trees are in season, like the plum here and the apples behind me. And whenever you guys go, make sure you know the rules of your community garden. Leave a donation for the fruit if it's like community fruit. But like, for instance, this plum tree is so loaded that the fruit's gonna snap the branches off. So first we go down to the ground and we see all the plums on the floor. We're gonna pick these plums and dehydrate them and can and jar them. And the apples, the same thing. You see this apple tree behind me loaded up. They'll get so big that they might snap certain branches off. So picking the fruit and thinning it out is actually a healthy way to encourage more fruit next year and encourage a healthy tree. And oftentimes scouring the ground underneath the tree is the best place to find the ripest fruit. So I just found this particular apple off of this tree on the ground, and we're gonna taste it. It tastes fantastic. And we're gonna kind of decide as we're chewing it what we're gonna use it for. Apple chips or pie, maybe a jam. Different apple varieties for different purposes. And this plum is gorgeous. It's just got these beautiful oranges, yellow plums all over. We're gonna take an air layer from this tree, try to preserve it for future generations, but also harvest some of the fruit, taste it, and turn it into some delicious things like Komorebi. That was a great one. Delicious. Okay, let's get picking. Don't get your head hit. Knee left, right.
Okay, go right.
Up there.
Hi, Joe.
That's one way of doing it.
No ladder, no problem.
Yeah. Just open your mouth and she can dump them in.
Yeah.
Doug. Okay. Here we go. Hot. Kiss. Thank you. We got the new Bluetti AC2000. It holds a lot of power and it's able to charge a lot. Like, I'm pretty excited about this battery, honestly. It's a prototype I'm learning, and I'm learning that not a lot of people have this battery yet. So it's kind of a little bit of a step forward in terms of consumer batteries that you can take with you off the grid or in a van or in a boat. And let me show you what I got plugged into this guy right now. All right, so we've got my cell phone on top of the Bluetti battery here, and that's charging wirelessly just with the just by setting it on this surface. You put the phone in one of these circles and it charges up wirelessly. And that sound you hear is the fan of the DeWalt battery that's charging up. It's a quick charge. We've got a bunch of stuff plugged into the USB ports, a computer, the drone batteries plugged in, and I don't normally show all my gear, so this is kind of like a gearhead episode, what we use. We got this speaker is really important because if it's ever raining, it's so loud in the yurt, we can only hear movies and stuff with the speaker, plus we play music so that the bears stay away. We got the drone batteries charging up. We got the AirPods charging up, which we use for sound deadening and protecting our ears outside. We have these LED lights that we charge up, and then we can put them at different places in the yurt, and then we click on them and they turn on. We got the camera batteries charging up. This is a thermometer we use to tell what it is outside and inside the yurt. We are just making pickled beets and plum jam, so ignore the mess. So that's a little bit of gear charging up right now. Let's see what the LCD screen is telling us. What's really cool about these batteries is that they really tell you how much electricity that you're using. So like right now, my phone doing the touchless charge, the cordless charge, and all the USB ports are pulling in 24, 25 watts. See that DC load? That's all the USB stuff. Now the AC load, which is the computer, the tool battery, and the drone battery, are plugged in with the AC load, and that's 215 watts. So together about 240 watts right now. And I guess we can do up to, what, 2,000 watts in this AC 2000, is that correct? And it's literally called the AC 2000 watt. Apparently, I can plug in almost 10 times more stuff into this battery and it would still be able to handle it. So we're gonna go out and get an efficient little freezer and a little efficient fridge and see if we can do the fridge and the freezer off this Bluetti battery. It's like a time capsule. You've had them in there so long.
I forgot they look like they're huge.
They're gorgeous.
Maybe you should put them on the boat.
There's room
Okay.
for both. Just if you get behind me and catch that back right now. You got it? I just don't want to break with my head. Ready?
Yeah, just got heavier. Okay, go.
I know, because if I go in the middle, it's lighter.
Okay, there you go.
Ready? For the boat. Okay, you just keep it from smacking the boat. Go. Hold it. Okay. And go.
Whoa. Look at that sun. You can like see the sun rays shining through the trees. You know what that's called? Komorebi. Okay, so I have to move a lot of firewood from over there to over here. And it's gonna be very time consuming. But Jake got me some new snazzy gloves because he's just the best. My other gloves had holes in them and I've had them since day one. So he got me some new gloves and these are really nice. He's just the best. One more thing before I start huffing back and forth. I don't know if you guys can see this behind me, but this is dyed with plants. This is dyed with berries. I did salal berries and I'm really excited about this color. So look how cool that is. It's so purple. All it is just salal berries. That's it. And it made this purple. It's so beautiful. Okay, I'm done now. Let's get going. Oh, live off the grid. It'll be fun, they said. Have a wood stove. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Say firewood is the hardest part. And I know it's so worth it because having that wood stove is amazing, but oh boy. Chopping it up, having it sit out to dry, and then putting it away. throwing it and all this stuff. It's hard. It's hard. I know as years go on, it'll get easier and easier. Or will it?
Got dirt on your shirt.
Oh, really? Oh man, it's hard work.
Okay, let's go, son. Dry it out.
No.
Hey guys, super sunny day today. As you've seen up until now, I've got these 200-watt Renogy panels. We've been using to charge up a lot of our portable batteries. A lot of them are lithium-ion batteries. So right now I've got 2 of them that are Bluetti brand, and this is the old boat that we're going to be getting rid of soon. So this area that the boat sits in is the sunniest spot of Komorebi, and we'll be getting rid of the boat in order to use this area for a garden slash solar panel field. Up until now, we've had this Bluetti on the left, and you can see how it's plugged into both 100-watt panels right now, and it's pulling 97 watts, and it's almost full. What happens is that when I plug into this new Bluetti, the AC2000 that I just got, like a prototype of, watch what happens. So we got like 93 watts in here. I unplug it. I plug it into the receiver port so that the solar energy is going into it. And nothing happens here on the screen. Nothing. You can see how we're getting no read at all because this battery has minimum requirements before it starts to charge. So I can't get this into charge here off the grid. So it came full, which was really nice. It came 100%. Now it's down to 6%. We've really enjoyed it because we can take our phones and just place them on top and they just charge wirelessly. Pretty cool. We're going to use these batteries as backups over the winter when we run into situations where we need to have a little bit of extra power. But I can't get the AC2000 on the right to charge up. So let's hook up this new 275-watt panel with one of these 100-watt panels, and we'll see what happens when we have both of these plugged in together. So that'll be 375 watts. Okay, I've got the 275-watt panel that we got from WeGo Solar, and we got the Renogy panel here on the right. And I've hooked them up together. Let's plug it into the Bluetti, and we'll see how many watts of charge we're getting here on this, I would say like mostly sunny day today. There are a few clouds up there, but it's mostly sunny. Come on, son. Break through that cloud. Break through. So this is really cool. I have the 100-watt panel with the 275-watt panel. Look at the size of that monster. And we've got them hooked up together. So I combined them, and they all come down to this one cord. This one cord goes into the old Bluetti right here. Okay, let's push the button here, and we'll see. We're pulling almost 200 watts now. Now we're talking. All right, I got 2 of the 275-watt panels hooked together. So together we have 550 watts of panels, 2 large panels hooked together. Their energy is coming into the Bluetti AC2000. Let me show you. So I have this input cable going in there that's charging it up, and it has a cool LCD screen that allows me to like see how it says, you know, how much I have going out DC, which charges the phones, how much is going out AC, which charges our computers. Then there's this button at the top which says solar panels, and if I touch that, it gives me all kinds of information about what's coming in to this battery. So it's saying we've got 31 point whatever volts. We've got 10.5 amps. My input power right now, even though I've got 550 watts of solar panels in the sun's only giving me 331 watts. So you'll see that 331 go up and down depending on whether there's a cloud in front of the sun or not. I hit the back button here and I was at 6%, now I'm at 21%. So I'm hoping that over the next, 2 hours or so, maybe 3 hours, I'll be at 100%. The fan just clicked on to keep it cool. And then we'll be able to charge up multiple computers, multiple camera batteries, multiple tool batteries, multiple phones, all with just a single charge of this AC2000 Bluetti. It's a pretty slick battery. And if I was doing that hashtag van life, I would totally get one of these to install on the vehicle because you can charge it with a cigarette lighter as you're driving. And as usual, the biggest hindrance we have trying to do off-grid solar energy is the fact that we have a lack of sun because we have so many huge trees that shade out the sun from us getting it in the garden and on our solar panels. So again, I'm using Chocolate Thunder, which is partially operational, and I'm able to just kind of move the car a little bit at a time using hardly any gas at all, just to make sure it's in the light during the day. And that's giving us enough energy to charge all of these batteries as well. I've just always had an interest in doing off-grid energy with solar or wind. So coming up, we're gonna install a wind turbine as well. And we're hoping that we can do it in this area. And if we can do it in this area, you can do it anywhere because we get 13 feet of rain a year. It's very wet and cloudy here. And I just think it's so much fun to not have a power bill. What always make me really upset is that even if you don't even use your energy and you're on the grid, if you're paying a power company in your area, whatever the power company's called, even if you have all your lights off and you don't use any electricity, you still get hit with like a $30, $40, $50 a month bill for processing or for account maintenance. And I always thought that was insane. My mom's a really good card player, and she always would take all of our money, and she took me to Vegas when I was young, taught me how to gamble Vegas way. And she always taught me with blackjack, you can win a lot of money. But if you bet the minimum every hand, you're never gonna win. They're gonna bleed you dry. You gotta know when to bet big. And it's real important to have clean alternative sources of energy that are dependent on nature. So wind when it's cloudy and solar when it's sunny. And if you had a river nearby, if you were doing like a stream where you had running water, you can do a little water turbine, and that water flow can give you energy too. I'm killing 3 birds with 1 stone coming up. I need materials to build the log cabin and to build the off-grid washroom. When I do that, I'll be creating space to have a garden, and I'll be creating sunlight for that garden to thrive and for my solar panels to get charged up. So you'll see us here at Komorebi lumping in solar energy with gardening, because we're gonna have the panels and the garden in the same place because they both need the sun.
Okay, so Jake and I just finished up some lunch. I made a delicious garden salad with steamed beets and carrots and zucchini. It was delicious. So I am done working on firewood for the day. I'm exhausted. I'm heading out to the garden. I'm gonna harvest a good amount of our beets, and I'm gonna plant some more. I'm gonna plant the same 2 varieties that I planted at the beginning of the season. And then, yeah, so hopefully we can get a second crop of beets. The beets that I'm picking now, I'm gonna cut them really thin and dehydrate them and make some beet chips for the winter, which sound really good. Jake and I have just been like dehydrating and canning and storing so much stuff. Just like crazy. Garden time. Here is our beet bed. I see a good amount that are ready to be harvested. Let's do this. I'm also going to try to do this fairly quickly before the mosquitoes find me, because I didn't want to put a mask on or like a mosquito net on my face. So I laid some fresh compost down in the areas where I pulled some beets up, and I'm gonna plant some more. Okay, got a really good beet harvest. There's a ton in here. Found some zucchinis, some carrots, and then I also picked a bunch of nasturtium flowers and leaves and some chamomile flowers. I'm gonna make a nasturtium infused vinegar, so that should be good. Pretty good harvest. And the mosquitoes found me, so I'm all done here. I'm gonna go back and start dehydrating the beets. And I totally forgot that I can make pickled beets, which are my like all-time favorite. So I'm gonna find a recipe and get on that. Ginseng, kitty kitty. Are you exploring? Ginseng. Come here. Come here, kitty kitty. Oh. Running back to safety.
Hello. I found its weak spot. I found its pressure point. I found its RN17. I just did a couple of like really low quality welds, like 1, 2, 3, 3 welds. So I'm just cutting through the old welds that have been here for over a decade.
Is it working?
Yeah, I think so. It's working! It's working! Whoa. Is there anything dead in there?
No.
Hello, Nicole. I want to water your garden.
Instead of the bagpipes.
Didgeridoo.
I'm the master.
I think that we're losing our minds. This is now. We used to go to movies and Cirque du Soleil shows, and now we do this. You know, on that fourth one you did, I could just tell like you hit the crescendo of your.
I know. That was passion right there. That was all soul. Okay, next episode is just gonna be all this. I'm gonna write some more songs for you guys.
Oh my god. Babe, don't let go.
Ready?
Release it. You're in the water.
It's in the water already? Oh wow.
Each of these is 8 feet. This is our third one. Water level is at 15 to 18, so yeah, it's already in the water. Okay. What do you think? Good?
Yep.
Is that satisfying,
Yeah.
the first pump? So that's where you want to have it?
Yep. I think
Okay.
it's gonna work for now, and then if we need to move it, we can.
All right.
Hi, you're a little late to the party. Helping.
Puma, this was your job today. Sit. Puma, shake. This was your job today. You were supposed to do this, and you were late. We're gonna have to reprimand you. Okay? Okay, fine. Your cuteness made up for it. All right. Let's see it. Ooh. Want to drink that?
All right.
The other one we pumped it for days before it cleared up. What do you think? Is that going to make life a lot easier, better? Cool. Well, that's going to go inside of our compost or maybe our plants.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole and I really enjoying our Stryker boat. This is the new one we got, the 500 series, and it's like over 16 feet long, and it's been very nice for multiple reasons. We got the 50 horsepower outboard on it, the Tahatsu, and we've just noticed that having the extra 3 or 4 feet of length compared to the other Stryker really helps us to cut through and break the waves better in the ocean, which is right outside our door, which is right here. But we're keeping both boats because we do like the Hunter Jet 420, and we love this 500 series. Got the center steering console on this one, and we were browsing through Stryker's website, and they have all kinds of accessories, so we're gonna soup up the boat a little bit today and make it a little bit more of a successful and enjoyable experience when we're out there prawning, crabbing, fishing, getting video shots, exploring, clamming, muscling, all that kind of stuff. Then also got a prop guard to put on so that when we're doing adventures in low tide, we don't skim the propeller off the bottom of the ocean and get stranded somewhere. That prop guard will keep us safe. All right, guys. The cool thing about all these accessories is that they're kind of interchangeable. So if we have different people in the boat or different things going on, we can move things around. But I got a cup holder here, so when Nicole makes me a nice warm tea or coffee in the wintertime, I can think of her and drink my tea and put it back into the cup right here. Fishing pole holder number 1 right here, so we can have one cast this way, and another one over here, so we can have one cast this way, so I can like swivel back and forth and have 2 poles in the water at once. And then we got another cup holder back here for a guest. And then we got the accessory board. So I don't know how we're going to use this. We're going to definitely hook a GoPro onto it. But how else do you think that we'll use this? What do we put on there?
Snacks?
Snacks.
I don't know.
This is the snack board right here. I mean, little accessories, but
Make a world of difference.
make a world of difference. Thank you. I took the words right out of my mouth.
It's nice. I like it.
Should we go on an adventure?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.